Bring it. Check it out, y'all.
Kidda Sajno Pyareo. Welcome to Desi Boyz Podcast, episode 3. We have a special guest on the podcast today, and Zain, would you like to introduce him?
It'd be my pleasure. As we promised last week, one of our very good friends, Mushy, Big Mushy, is on the podcast today. Mushy, would you like to say hi?
Good everyone. Thanks for having me on. Great to be here. Looking forward to the topics.
Looking forward to having you, my brother. The first thing I think we want to talk about today is COVID and how it impacted our studies last year. Mushy and Yash, you guys were in the same class, weren't you?
Yeah,
more or less. So how did you not cope with it when you heard the news and everything started going off?
Well, Mushy, you go for it.
It's a weird one. I think you know, for us guys, yeah. Ever since we've been like high school, primary school, it's all been face to face. You've been in class with your friends, learning, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you've got to do everything online. And for me personally, it was a big change. Plus, you know, I'm used to that environment where, you know, sometimes you don't understand what the lecturers are explaining to you. You ask your friend, but at home you can't really do that. So it's a bit difficult.
And plus, I think the socializing aspect of it is quite a big thing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just like
a big thing,
going out to eat and stuff, just little things.
I know. I remember when, you know, when COVID, they actually announced COVID. It was flipping like, I was thinking, okay, like probably it's just going to be like a shortage of bamari jidana. But like, they hit a bomb on lockdown. I was thinking, okay, what's lockdown? It's going to be okay for 1, 2, 3, probably a month. But we didn't know it was going to be this long, man. How long has it been now? Like a year or something?
Well, on and off for about a year and a bit, I think. Because it's the third one, isn't it?
Yeah, we went into lockdown like last March, didn't we? Yeah.
I remember that day I was at, I think I was at work the day before they introduced the lockdown. And they says, don't come in from tomorrow, nobody come in. A few members of staff are going to come in and secure everything and sanitize everything, stay at home. And then uni said the same thing. So it was a bit of a shock to the system, but nobody really understood what we do now. Like, all right, we're at home. Now what?
I know.
Because in that period, we didn't have lectures a lot as well, did we? We just straight up like...
No, we didn't have anything. We didn't have anything in that period. There was like a period of time where the businesses weren't open. There was no lectures going on. There was nothing. There was just like blank space.
Blank space, and you've got deadlines, and you've got like submit this and submit this and do this and do that. It was it's a weird experience. But how has it affected you in any way, Moshe? Do you think you've changed in any way this last year?
I'd say yeah, because like I said, you know, it's all face to face. All of a sudden, you've got to do it online. It's the little things you miss most, like just the fact that I've got to get dressed, I've got to wake up, I've got somewhere to be, look nice, smell nice, be nice. You get me? Go see your friends. Go, you know, it's just that process, that routine.
No, I know what you mean.
That's true.
I know exactly what you mean. And just having that sort of, that's the social aspect, isn't it? But in general, I mean, like personally, in if you take out the study aspect, do you think anything has affected you in any way?
Yeah, because I've had to change who I am, really, because I'm always used to going out and about, you know, spending time out. And now I'm like, you know, I'm at home all the time now. Really. It's been a bit difficult for me mentally, but in the sense that, like, you know, you go out, you speak to different people about problems, not even problems, you're just seeing someone, speaking to someone. It has a big impact on your mental health and who you are as a person, I think.
It does. It's a huge thing that some people are very lucky. Like us, we have each other to talk to.
Absolutely.
You know, we have our friends. We can, you know, communicate with each other and joke around and just take your mind off things. So you sort of forget that you're in a lockdown. It sort of takes you away from that.
That's true.
But there's certain people that just can't do it.
But if you think about it, like remember the first lockdown we did, it didn't hit us that hard though, did it first? We were just thinking, oh yeah, it's only gonna be for a little bit. And then we was all like planning, like remember when I was saying to you guys, oh, you know what, guys, when this lockdown's over, we're gonna go for like a theme park or something. But bro, it's flipping over still.
But you, I don't know if you two remember, but do you remember we were sat upstairs in uni and we were looking at holidays together on the computer? Do you remember that conversation? Do you remember that? And then literally about like 2-3 weeks later, it was lockdown.
Lockdown, yeah. Yeah, I remember
That
that.
was it?
We were sat up. Yeah, it was me, you. I think Sophie was with us as well.
Yeah, so
We sat upstairs and we were just looking
Yeah,
through.
yeah.
It was weird because the first time when they said there's a lockdown, or they explained what it was, I think they said it's going to be about 14 days. And we thought, all right, 2 weeks of not doing anything. It's all right. We need a bit of a break anyway because there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just
We
didn't
didn't
stop.
imagine it. We didn't imagine it how it was gonna be though. Like because it was so
No.
deserted. Everything was deserted, man. Like
Yeah, it'd be unbelievable.
the roads, everything was just so quiet, and you're thinking, "Yo, like, what's going on?" And like,
It was really bad.
and the worst thing for us guys is the hair problem, innit? We can't go to
Yeah,
the
man.
barbers, bro.
I know. Our girls talk about their stuff, but us lads, we need our fresh trims, man.
Expired trims all the way around here.
Look at this. Look at this.
You know what?
And
It's still fine. I say to you every day, it's fine, but I don't know.
yeah,
like,
you think it's you've known me for a while. Mushi's known me for about 10 years or so. Mushi, how we went to high school together. Look, ever been like this? Have I ever looked like this before?
His hair's never been that long.
yeah, guys.
been
The
that long.
thing is, the thing is, you haven't told the viewers, what yours and Mushi's relationship is, because it's longer than mine and Mushi's relationship. I've only known Mushi since I've started my degree, but you guys have known each other longer, haven't you?
Yeah, man, we go
We've
way
known each
back.
other for a long.
You know, you know each other very closely, don't you?
I know what's going through his head, yeah, and I know the story he was to tell, but I don't know if he's gonna tell it or not.
You know what? It's on the tip of my tongue, yeah, but I'm just holding it back.
Well, you know what? Let's start from the start, yeah. So how did
Right,
you guys
let's
meet
start from
then?
the start.
So where did you guys meet? Where did you guys meet?
Well, I think I didn't even met, but our primary schools used to be next door to each other.
Yeah.
Because Mushy went to Farnham, I went to Houghton
Yeah.
Grange, so we were like next door to each other. And then we got into upper school, and a lot of Mushy's friends lived in my area, and we lived in the same area as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So we
pretty
sort of
much.
had a lot of friends, yeah, you know, Itisham lot and everyone,
Yeah, yeah.
all these boys. So we were all sort of friends anyway. And then we went to school together, and then we just from there. But I think when we really connected was on a residential trip.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so how did that story go about?
It's a long story, isn't it? Well, I think it was year 9 or year 8 or something.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. Yeah, 8 on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we went to where did we go? We went to Whitby, I think. Was it Whitby? It was Whitby, wasn't it?
Whitby, yeah.
We missed the sled.
We missed the sled.
Went to Whitby with Mr. Slade, man. Good times.
Yeah, go on, carry on. Carry on. What
So
happened next?
we were in the hostel that we were staying in. So there's like in my room there was a few lads. I think there was that Mushi could correct me. I think there was me, Hamza, Akdas, Zain, that other Zain, and
Yeah.
Abbas.
Yeah, boss. Yeah.
Abbas. I think you were in the other room with some of the other lads, weren't you?
Yeah, in the other room
And,
it was me, Melly, and someone else.
Yeah. I think that Hamza was in the other Hamza, the little one, was in our room as well, wasn't he? The one that stabbed
he
himself
was.
with the EpiPen. He
Yeah,
started
yeah,
bleeding
with
in the
EpiPen,
toilet.
that's
Wait, a guy stabbed himself with a pen.
He was diabetic, innit?
Yeah.
And he had an EpiPen to do his like sugar test.
Right.
And he's in the toilet and he did it and he started screaming. We opened the door, there's fucking blood everywhere. He's like, what the hell is this guy doing? It was so scary.
That was funny to you
like,
guys.
me-
That was funny to you guys, man.
Yeah,
Blood
because
everywhere.
he's there on the floor, like, we're kids, come on, we're 12, 13 years old, we don't know what to do. One guy's,
Yeah.
like, Aki's in the shower. No, Zain was in the shower and we're knocking on the door saying, get out the shower, give him some tissues because he's bleeding. He goes, no, you're trying shit. No, you're not. He lied to me.
Did you think
get out
you
the
just
toilet.
think he's lied in that situation, innit? You just
Yeah.
think he's lied.
And then Usman was running back and forth out the room trying to find towels and tissues and like draining everything. And like we're telling him, he's on the floor. I don't know who it was. Someone grabbed his leg and put it up like that.
Oh my god.
I think that might have been a boss.
But I think it might have been a mask. He stuck his leg up in the air. The teacher's coming and go, what the hell are you doing? He's got a towel wrapped around his leg and he's got his legs up like that.
These boys going to perform surgery on him.
Oh, we just swimming to my shit. And then Mr. Mushy decided that he don't want to sleep in his room anymore. He decided to come to our room and jump into the bed next. We had bunk beds in it, so he's in the bed next to me with my mate Hamza. And then I think he slept on the floor that day, didn't he? I think we kicked him out and he slept on the floor.
Yeah. Slept on the floor.
That's so.
It's like 5 o'clock in the morning at this point. I just needed a bed to sleep in. These little kicked me out there, but I just need to sleep on the floor. Homeless vibes.
You know what I've learned about you, yeah? You're all right with anything.
Oh my God.
You're all right with anything, you know. Like he's not very putty, you know. He's not very putty. Like, many people are like, no, I need to be like this, I need to be like that. But
I'll tell you something about Musha, yeah. A lot of people as friends will tell you this, that no matter where you are with him, you will have a laugh. Even if it's like his own, even if he's the butt of the joke, you will laugh.
You will have a laugh with him.
We spent, I think it was 2 or 3 days in Whitby, and I don't think I've laughed that much in my life just because of him. And the antics he'd come out with and some of the things he did, oh my God. Oh, it was just too funny, man. Too funny.
He's still laughing. I'm still laughing
exactly.
10 years later.
I'm still laughing at it about 10 years later.
So Mushy, you know, I was going to ask you the question. I was going to say to you, where do you get your banter from?
Where do I get my banter from? I don't know. I think it just stems from, do you know what? Young age has been out with the boys, innit? You know, playing footy, eating. Yeah. You give some, you take some, innit?
Innit? Plus, I think where we grew up as well, like where we're from, there's a lot of banter. There's a lot of give and take. You know, you got to be able to hold your own. It was always in good fun. There was never anything harsh about it. Like we all did it for if someone was a butt of the joke, they did the butt of the joke for what? You know, we didn't care about looking daft in front of our mates. That was the one thing that we didn't care about. And we didn't stop it when it come to taking the mick out of our friends as well. Everybody had a nickname. Everybody had some sort of joke against them.
Yeah, there was no limits. There was no limits.
Yeah.
Everyone knew everyone in it.
That was another thing. Everyone knew everyone, and I think did you go to mass together as well?
Yeah, at one point we did. Yeah, we did.
You went to that MMTQ, didn't you?
Yeah.
So a lot of the school friends, we were all going there together as well.
You guys are
that's mad, don't it? Because yeah, man, you live in the same area, same school. You play footy.
You live in the same area as well.
Yeah, it was like 5 minutes up the road, isn't it? 2 minutes up the road.
Yeah. And we played in the football team together as well.
Yeah. You guys are like Sean Regan childhood mates then, eh? Like, you guys are coming
Sean Regan, let's go away back now.
Regan. That's primary school days. That he was our coach, and then upper school we played for when I think Smithen was the coach. He was our coach when we took over the football team.
Yeah,
and, we had senior.
Mr. Senior's in the war. Legend.
We had Mr. Williams, legend. Senior was brilliant.
Who was
wow.
Who was better at footy then?
Oh, Zayn by a mile. Zayn was class up for. He still probably is. I don't know if he's still running.
I am playing 2 3 years.
I don't know if you've got the legs anymore, but Zayn was a baller. Zayn probably still is a baller. Very talented. I remember his white Nike shoes and the roulettes. The roulettes was your classic move.
You know that, right? The white, with the blue tick.
Yeah.
I'll tell you yesterday that I used to like my football trainers and stuff. I ain't got the legs for it. I haven't played in about 2 years. But back then as a kid, I think there was a few good players and there was a few very good players in that team. That I remember even now. There was Zishan Header, remember him?
Yeah, Zishan Header
very
was a baller,
player. Yeah. He was a good player. I remember Harry Zubair in defence was a fucking monster.
Yeah.
I couldn't get past him, he was too big. There's a few really good players. Abdul was good. I remember Abdul
was good, yeah.
Abdul was a good player. Ale. Rehan got good. Rehan, I remember him. He shot up like year 9 or something. He was a banging player. Your mate Rehan
came up out of nowhere. Yeah.
Your mate Rehan came up out of nowhere. Me and him destroyed Thornton Grammar School once.
Yeah,
I don't know if you still remember.
I was injured in that game. I remember I broke my arm. Yeah, I broke my arm.
Oh yeah, you broke your arm the day before. We went to Thornton. Just me and him, we demolished him. I was sitting in midfield, just dropping balls into him, and all he was doing was side foot, straight into the goal, I was just ripping him. We were ripping you, and I swear to God, I've never seen a domination like that. But then I remember I don't know if you were playing. You might have been. First game, year 7 against Buttershaw, when they battered us.
I think I might remember this game. This is the game where is it when Zishan Header walked off the pitch after like 20 minutes of playing?
Yeah.
I was playing that game.
Zishan walked off. We got battered about 12-0, and I got hit in the knackers in there.
Yeah, but I got hit that big guy.
Yeah, he kicked the ball. He went straight to my knuckles, and that was not good.
Damn, I wish I was in your last bloody high school. I have no stories with you guys.
It was good times, man. It was good times,
man.
We had a lot of fun. You went to prom as well, didn't you, Mush?
Yeah, prom as well.
Prom,
but yeah.
Mush your hotel.
Okay, it sounds like
I had to think about that for a second.
Yeah, I know.
It sounds like the story is there as well in prom.
There's a few stories in there. I think they're best left unsaid for now because
unsaid for the time being.
Yeah, for the time being.
Right, guys. So basically, we need to move on from from this topic because we need to address the main topic that we were going to talk about, which is how COVID has affected us in uni. So. Zain, how did it affect you? Because you're not really in our class. You're doing law. We're doing computing. Me and Mushe. So how did it affect you?
To be fair, I think at the start, I didn't really get affected that much because I was quite. I was pretty prepared for my exams and my assessments and things.
Yeah,
I'd done a lot of work. I'd done a lot of preparation. Even before COVID hit, I'd done about, I think, half of my. Excuse me. I'd done about half of my dissertation, so I was quite prepared. When it did hit, I didn't have to go to work either. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't have to go to work either, so I just focused all my attention onto my studies. So I sat at home, just working away. So I think it didn't affect me that much. The thing that did affect me quite a lot was after we finished. Not getting a graduation, I think that really affected me because I did want to have a graduation. I wanted to go and do the full thing. I had big plans for that. Not being able to socialize, I think that's one of the biggest things that affected me.
Yeah, I think that's something that impacted all of us, to be honest with you. Because
everyone,
if you think about it, we went from seeing each other every day. Like with Mushi, I used to call him a flipping. We would talk about it the day before. I'd be like, you know what, we're gonna get in at 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
just to let everyone know, we never got in at 9 o'clock.
We landed for 1 or 2.
That's normal. That's what we always do. That's normal on a non-lecture.
It's so difficult though because every day we used to see each other. Especially you, Zain. I used to see it every day. I don't know if I've mentioned this in the podcast, but I've only got to know Zain in my 3rd year of the degree, so it's only been 2 years now.
About a year, maybe coming for about a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. Not long.
But
that's what I mean. Yes, we got to know each other. We became friends. Me, you, Sophia, and other people. We all got to know each other a bit more. Became friends.
Yeah. And
then that summer was supposed to be the summer where us guys become better friends. We start going out. We start seeing each other outside of an academic vibe, and that didn't happen. So these sorts of things, that's what sort of got to me. And then that there's a feeling of being institutionalized when you're sat in 4 walls for 3 months.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
And you can't go out and you can't do anything. That gets to you, and that I think towards the end that got to me. During the start, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I remember you was getting really frustrated about it. I mean, it is hard. I mean, sitting at home, especially the thing is it's nice sitting with family and everything, but the thing is sometimes you need a breather, with your mates as well. To have a bit of more.
You do.
You need to socialize and stuff like that. But you like every day we talk to each other on the phone and stuff like that. But it's not the same thing, is it? Really?
No,
not the same vibe on the phone, though, is it? That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Remember, Zain, how happy you and me were when we saw each other in Leeds?
In Leeds, yeah, man. It was like a new dawn.
I know. It was yo, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Let's go eat or something like that. But
did you feel very romantic when you saw each other? Hugs and kisses.
I did. He didn't want to. He said, "There's too many people around us. We need to keep our social distance." I didn't care. I just grabbed him and started smoking him.
He's not about the PDA.
No, nothing
We
like that
met
happened,
them.
guys. Don't
No,
worry.
nothing like that, obviously.
We're not what Zayn is making us out to be, but
You shy, what you don't you ever like have love for your brother? You have love for your
I
pal.
love you.
Man. Come on, bro.
Bro, no, we didn't do anything like intimate like that.
We just went for a romantic chicken burger dinner or what was it?
Yeah,
Something like that.
that's the best date, chicken burger date.
We went to Trinity
That's one, bro.
Kitchen. Trinity Kitchen.
Kitchens, yeah.
But I'm obviously a vegan, so like you had the chicken, I had the veg.
You had the vegan. No, you had the vegan chicken burger, didn't you?
Did I?
Yeah, you had the vegan one. Yeah, you had the vegan
chicken
one.
burger. That was really nice, actually.
Yeah, well, it was. I don't know if that place is still open, but that day we saw each other after about a good 6-7 months.
I know.
And then I think after that, maybe about 2 or 3 weeks later, there was another lockdown, so everybody sat at home again.
Yeah.
You've got some cases at ULaw.
I think that's I think that's the worst thing they did though, because they gave everyone a taste of going out. And do you remember eating out to help out?
Oh, bro, don't get me started on that.
That wasn't.
Oof.
They
did all that stuff, and then they were like, "Yeah, go back inside. Go back inside.
Go back
Yeah,
inside.
exactly.
The case is back up again. Yeah.
You know what the funniest thing was about that? When they did it, everybody's like, "Oh, this is gonna be brilliant." Let's be straight. Everybody's thinking, "Yeah, you know what? We're getting half off here." And then you go outside and see the lines outside the restaurants. You think, what the hell? No social distancing, and at that time there was no masks either. That wasn't a priority for people.
Yeah,
so everybody sat together. You go in, you do your shit, and then you're gone. And then the cases just shot up. And then they says, "Oh, we're not hit the peak. The peak's coming in winter. We just survived that." And they're still saying that there's still another peak to come.
I don't understand when it's going to be over.
How many peaks can you have?
How many peaks can you have exactly? And have you heard the new one? I don't know if you lot have heard the new one.
What's the new one?
Must you know Hamza, don't you? Hamza, I'll speak to you.
Yeah. I don't know about the same Hamza.
He's doing pharmacy. He's doing really, really well.
Mm.
I was speaking to him yesterday and I says, "What's going on? What we're going to do? What's with the vaccine? What's happening?" And he told me, he goes, "Look, then the vaccine is getting rolled out very quick. But this vaccine is for the first COVID that came out. Because there's been like 20 editions, aren't there? It's like bloody having a new FIFA out every year.
new TV show season every year.
Yeah. And he's like, this is for the first one. And there's been 2 new variations of it. So it's like, well, doesn't that make it void then? Because it's not really going to help." He just shook his shoulders like, bro, even I don't know what to say. So realistically, nobody knows what the heck's going on. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Not that we did anyway.
The only advice
is
that we should all the only thing we can do is stay inside, innit? That's all we can do. But talk to each other in it as much as we can. Have a laugh.
Well,
watch the podcast.
Definitely watch the podcast. Like, subscribe, share, make sure you
Plug it in there.
Might as well get my plug in now, innit?
And also, guys, if anyone wants to be a sponsor of the podcast, just let us know. Email us at DesiBoyzPodcast@gmail.com.
Definitely.
And Zayn will print out a banner and put it behind that wall.
Yeah. There's
specifically for the podcast.
You might see a smart card rolling around in a few weeks' time with our 3 faces on there and podcast, phone numbers, email addresses, just in case. But it's what I would say to everyone is use this time wisely. Learn something new. Look at try and learn something new. Speak to your friends. Obviously, keep in touch. But try and learn something new. Use this time to learn something.
Yeah, true. That's true as well. Like this time will make you realize that your parents and your family mean a lot to you. Because if you lose them, you're nothing really. If you think about it, we've got friends and everything, but your friends can always do as much as a friend can do, but a parent will always go the extra mile for you. You know what I mean? And if you don't have them, it becomes really hard. I mean, I know a lot of people that don't have parents or they've lost some people because of Corona and stuff like that, but it's really hard for them. It's very daunting if you think about it.
It is, man. It's a difficult time. We need each other more than anything now. But I wanted to ask Musha, how did you cope with everything, Musha? Like when things started going off, what was your coping mechanism?
Oh, coping mechanism, bro. It's a funny one because at the start, like same like you know, because it was just fresh. I didn't feel it, but I felt it more after they said to us, "You can go out and you can't go out." Because then it was like, "Oh, like what? Like I've played my games. Yeah, I've played my games for 2 months. I'm bored of that.
Yeah.
You know, I've read the books. I've done speaking to people. Like, what do I do now?" And it was kind of like it was just my coping mechanism. Probably say music in a sense.
Music
Music was a bit of an escape. Like, oh, you can listen to a tune or talk to someone about a tune, and music takes you to a different place sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. That's one thing that I sort of got into more. I obviously, when you have time to practice, you can practice more. So I had the time after we finished our last dissertations and stuff, once we finished that. That's what I did as well, got into my music. But I think one thing that we did was play a lot of Call of Duty on the phone.
Yeah, we did, bro.
Hours.
3-4 o'clock in the morning. COD.
God, still playing COD. What? And I'm not a gamer. Like I've got a PlayStation, I've got games, but I play for half an hour, then I'll probably get a headache. Like, I can't do this anymore. We were playing from like 8-9 o'clock till 5-6 in the morning. Stupid o'clock, just playing the games over and over and over again.
Yeah, we got that sick of it, I believe.
Mad. Yeah, you actually got it because
but
that was a way for us to socialize, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that is the only way
to play games.
Zayn, what time are we on now? What's the time? I think
we've got about. I think we're on 25 minutes, so we've got about 15 minutes left.
So, guys, you know the only reason we're keeping it short is that we have had some feedback saying that some people feel like it's longer. So we are listening to you guys, and if there's anything else we can do, then do let us know. But at the moment, because of Corona and everything, this is the only thing we can do is online thing right now. But we will expand. And Zayn knows, you know, that we've talked about a lot of projects upcoming after, you know, Corona ends. But yeah, you know, you guys need to stay tuned for them days because they're gonna be something else, aren't they, Zayn?
They're gonna be mad. Yeah, we've got a lot of things planned. We've got a lot of things upcoming.
Yeah.
As a positive time the wait there. Once we get the time, once we've got the resources, well, we'll have the resources then. We can use them properly. And we should be okay. Mushi, I wanted to ask you about something as well. How did you and Yash meet then? What was the story there?
Being Yash, well, I was originally on a different course. I wasn't meant to be on the course that I'm on like now. And I think it was about a few weeks in. I think it was about a few weeks into the course. They were like, "Oh, like we think you'll be better suited to a different course because of like the type of work I was doing and stuff." So I've gone into this room. There's a lot of new people in there, and at the time, one of my old mates, she was Hindu. She gave me what's it called? The band, is it Raki?
Rakri.
Is it a Raki band?
Raki.
Yeah. She tied one of them on me, and I think Yash, what were you thinking?
I was thinking like
then at that point because I can't remember the rest of the story now.
So the thing is, he walked in because this was like 2 weeks start of the degree, and I already knew a lot of people in there anyway. But Mushi's walked in, and I had this sense of I knew that he's a bit scared, kind of thing, kind of shy, kind of thing. You know, like everybody has that feeling. But so he walked in, and he didn't talk to anyone.
That's weird. You say that.
The thing is, he walked in, and he just sat down, and he didn't talk to anybody. He was on the phone, and every lesson that came, I used to always hear this guy talking about so many like missions he's been doing. And I was thinking, okay, this guy's a bit of he just keeps himself to himself. And then I saw like a record on him, and I was thinking, okay, is he like Indian or something? Because I am, and probably the first person that I've met that's Indian in the class, because everybody else was Muslim or either white. But it came to a day where we were sat in this class, and I asked him, I said, Mushi, are you Indian? He goes, no. He goes, I'm Muslim. I said, really? I said, you've got that thing though on your wrist. He goes, oh yeah, this girl gave me, she's Hindu and stuff. And then we started from there. We just started talking then after that.
Yeah, we started talking from there.
Wow. I'm surprised he says that you were shy and stuff because the Mushy I know is not shy.
Yeah, but do you know what? It's like it was
weird for him, man. It was 35 people in there.
I can understand what you mean. I can understand what you mean. Yeah, no, I understand where you're coming from because it's daunting going into a new place.
Mushy, do you want me
especially
to
like feels.
Huh?
You got 10 minutes. You got 10 minutes. If you want to get your stories in, you better get them now.
I think you should tell the story though because obviously I was looking at it from a different angle.
So we sat down and like the tutor's making us read like a story or something, like an article or something like that, right? And we're sat on one side and Mushy sat on the other side, like I can't let's say alone, yeah. we were trying to make friends with him, but he wouldn't really giving a shit, to be honest with you. So we were sat there like boys, and, like, he had his paper in his hand, and like the tutor said to him, "Oh, Mashid, could you read the article, please?" And so we've all got our papers, and we're just chilling, like we just like you talk sometimes when someone's reading. We shouldn't have done that anyway, but Mushy thought we were talking about him, and we were kind of laughing because like we had a guy called Shaidul, right, and he just said something funny to us, and we just started laughing, like a bit of giggles. And Mushy's just like, he's reading, he's like, yeah, so this thing, and then he looked up, he's like, have you got something to say to my face? Say it now.
That's not like me though, is it? That's not like
you at all. That's not like me. Nothing.
And everyone was like,
we should do that.
Everyone after that, nobody said out, but when everybody came out, they were like, yo, you're gonna get smashed now. That guy's big, man. That guy's big, you get smashed.
That's not like me though, but I'm actually proper good friends with this guy now. That Shaidul, I'm good friends with him now.
Yeah.
I think it was a weird reaction to like obviously a new environment, and it.
Yeah. No, it does happen. It does happen. But that's what I mean. Like, it's weird. I don't expect Mushy to just say stuff. Mushy's not like that. Like, he's just a chiller.
No, like,
I just thought that he's like a really angry guy, though. You know, when he came, like when he said that, I thought maybe he's like really angry.
Mushy, you got an angry bone in his body. This guy's softer than a teddy bear.
Mushy, but did you stand up though?
Did I stand? What? On that
did you get stuck?
No, I didn't. What? I was just. I was sat down and I just said it to him. I just across the table. I didn't stand up.
It was so mean. Like, I was thinking, yo, like, what's going on? But I can understand though. I can understand it happens to everybody.
It kind of happened.
Wow.
Yeah, that guy's a good friend right now, though.
That's good, as long as you stay friends.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a funny story.
That is a good story.
But,
so what else has been going on then?
You know what, Zain, let's move on to the other topic that we were going to talk about as well, because I think we just need to fit that in quickly as well.
Yeah, we've got 7 minutes, so I think we get the last one in and then we'll call it a day and then until the next one.
Yeah, so the other topic, guys, is about our high school life, because I was talking to Zain the other day, was it yesterday or something, but we were saying that just talking about like our experiences and what we've been through, and to find out that in school, like even now, it happens now where people do get bullied and they do, come out of school with anxiety problems, and obviously schools really don't make it easier for a person. And some people even hide it as well. They have anxiety or they have like certain worries or because of bullying and stuff like that. I mean, I've gone through a little bit of bullying in high school as well. Either because I was the only kind of Indian guy there and the rest of them were like a different religion. But I used to always be picked on sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. But it happens now, and I feel like if there's any kids watching our podcast, they can relate to what we're going to say. So you guys tell me about your experience about high school and stuff like that. Did you guys go through anything? Or
I think I'll let Mushy go through his experiences first before I start.
Yeah.
High school. I think I went through all at high school: happiness, sadness, heartbreak, fights, arguments, everything. In regards to bullying, though, like I think I'd probably say I was bullied at some point, but I probably didn't feel it. Again, but that kind of relates back to the give and take banter thing.
Yeah.
So it was that was kind of a weird one for me, but I do know people who have been bullied in high school, and it has affected them. But again, like on the flip side of that, I've always kind of like stood against that, innit? Like I don't agree with making people feel small. The kind of saying that after what we just talked about 20 seconds ago.
No, but that's just self-defense. That's not really bullying. But I think in our school it was a bit different. There was bullying because there's bullying everywhere. People, bigoted people, people with bigotry and they're just racist and all that other stuff comes into it. I don't think that can go away. As much as we can try to, I don't think that can go away because that's just a poisoned part of society that just stays there. In our school, I think there was bullying. I think people were affected. But with the people that I used to be with, my friends and the people that I knew and engaged with, it was a mixed group. Everybody, there was different people, from different areas, different backgrounds, castes, looks, everything. And we never cared about it because it was just, we're all friends. We're all doing the same thing. So, but there was bullying. I think people did suffer from it. And I think it does have a big effect on people's lives. But there's always help available for that as well.
Yeah, it does. I mean, but the thing is, like, what I feel like kids need to understand nowadays is that, because at that time people don't understand what you're doing, kind of thing, innit? Like you won't, like at that moment in time, you won't know that. Okay, if I say this to that person or I treat this person that way, it's going to affect them that way.
It's taken for a joke. It's
taken for a joke.
It's looked at, we're just having a laugh, but there's a certain limit to where you push yourself when you're having a laugh. There's banter, you can have banter and stuff, but when they start saying stuff that's too serious, so don't go there, just leave it, because you won't like it if someone said that to you or your family members or anybody else. So just stay away from that.
That's the thing.
That's something that was quite.
Yeah, because even like in my experience, I came to a time where, because like people used to say things to me, I came to a point where I didn't even want to go to town. Like I would think, oh no, I don't want to go to town. I don't want to go out because someone's going to see me. That's what happened. That's the thinking I started to develop because of that, and like because people used to take the piss and stuff like that. Out of my religion or the way I look or certain things, it did used to affect me quite a lot. But hope in God's grace, I've come out of that easily. Especially when it came to college and stuff like that. But I feel like it doesn't need to stop. Like people, I feel like parents and even just like brothers and sisters need to tell their younger brothers and sisters that, or their cousins, to like be nice, be respectful, because like I work a part-time job as an invigilator in a school, and it's still there. I can still see it, all the bullying and kids nowadays, they've changed in a way where they've become really rude. Like they've just forgot what their age, who they're speaking in front and what their age is. Because I remember, like I was in an exam where and there was this girl speaking, and I just said to her, "Could you please be quiet, please? The exam's about to start." And she looked at me and like she just said, "Who are you to tell me to be quiet?" And I'm like, "Would you speak to your parents like that?" You know what I mean? Like, wow, it just blew me away. I was just like, "Excuse me, don't you shouldn't be saying that. You shouldn't be speaking to me like that, first of all." Right? And you should be quiet. You know what I mean? But I feel like if people who are listening to this podcast should also look at the behaviors of the kids or their cousins or their brothers and sisters, because sometimes we don't notice them because we might be like, oh yeah, they're all right, but there could be something else at school and could be making someone feel really bad at school as well.
Always ask. I always say to if parents are listening, always ask your kids, how's your day been? What you've been? Obviously now it's different. They're all at home.
Yeah.
But if they are going to school, how's it been? What's your relationship like with your friends, with your teachers? Is there anything you don't understand in terms of what someone said to you? Because certain kids, I think that some kids are very smart and very shrewd. Like they can say things like you think there's like it's a little adult speaking. You think, what the hell?
Yeah.
But they can say things to another kid, and it makes them think about stuff and makes them wonder.
Yeah.
So you don't ask them, is there anything you didn't understand? If someone said something to you that you don't get, or has anybody said anything bad to you? These things need to be looked at, and there has to be more a stand against things like racial prejudice and stuff like discrimination.
Yeah.
Because to be honest with you, we're all doing the same thing. We're all part of the same.
We've all got the same end goal.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. We're all like brothers and sisters, aren't we? Really, if you think about it.
Realistically, really, yeah. And plus, look, you're going to do well for yourself. You're going to do it. It's your minute. You're going to do it. You're going to work hard.
Yeah.
Why do I want to say, oh, he's doing good because he's this or he's that? No, he's doing good because he deserves it. He's worked hard for it. He's doing it right. He's not doing too good. Maybe I can help him. But if you can see why a person's not doing too good, look at why aren't they doing too good? What's wrong with them? What's the problem? What's the issue? And try and help them.
That too.
Just kicking someone down.
That too. I mean, like in schools, what else I've seen is that like kids also get a lot of pressure from their mates. Like when there's like an argument about to happen, the mates will push them like, come on, like let's go outside and fight. But what a person should actually like. I think what you should actually think at that moment in time is this right? What am I going to get out of it? Because when we were young, we used to always think, I'm going to go fight him. But what did you really get out of it? Did you get a medal? Did like a billionaire or something? That's it. It just ruins your life. It ruins your life.
You get suspended.
Yeah, and that's it. You just get a bad report, don't you? Really?
Yeah. Okay, now let's not go down that road. These things, I think, these are. Peer pressure is one thing that is very true, but I think teachers, parents, they need to put less expectations on their kids as well, and not stress them out so much. Give them a bit of a breathing space, because there is a lot of pressure on kids as well. Growing up, there's a lot of. We grew up with that pressure. I grew up with that pressure personally. I can only talk from my experience. Where you have degree linear, you got to do this, mate. You got to get somewhere. You got to smash it. You've got to do stuff that. Nobody in our whole bloody family ever has ever done before.
Yeah.
And then if you do that, it's like, okay, right now you've done that. What's next? What are you gonna do now? Like, fucking hell, man! I just completed one thing. Give me a bit of. Let me relax.
I know you don't get that kind of breathing. Yeah.
And kids, we're young adults. We can sort of handle it a little bit. We know the expectation. We can say, okay, fine, we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah.
Okay, kids. They can't take it. No matter how old they think they are, they can't do it. So please, Ollie, take it easy on your kids.
Yeah.
And don't push them out. Doctory bun there, liary bun there, do this, do that. Let them be what they want to be.
Yeah, embrace their passions, innit? Like, if someone wants to be a pilot, if someone wants to be a flipping football player, if someone wants to be a basketball player.
I want to be pilot.
Pilot?
Slipped out. Have you seen that TikTok? You know what I'm on about?
Right, guys, on that note, I think we're going to have to end it.
How many minutes are you on?
We're on 43. But I think we're going to have to end it, yeah. But take care. I'll speak to you boys soon, hopefully. Yes, do you want to say bye to everyone quickly? And thank you much for coming on as well.
Yeah, first of all, we'd like to thank me and Zine.
Thank you for having me on, man.
Mushy on the podcast, a very good friend of ours, and hopefully he will join us for another episode.
Thank you, man. It's been fun.
But guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and
hit the notification button, hit the bell
notification button, and make sure you put some feedback back, or anything you want to see, anything you want to talk about. Even if you want to join the bloody podcast, you could tell us if you want to come on there as well. So
more than welcome.
And even we'll try get if people start liking the video or start subscribing, we might even get Zayn to start singing as well on the podcast.
You're not gonna let that go, are you?
Soon land Zayn singing.
Soon land.
I've got to remind him.
Hopefully soon we'll get something going again. Yeah. But yeah, take care, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
See you later, guys. Thank you.